It's Margarita Skype, and in today's episode, I want to talk about an interesting topic. What are some of the most popular rings of 2024 going into 2025? It's such a beautiful time right now. I love Christmas and I love New Year's. So this is one of my favorite times and one of my favorite episodes. What are some of the most popular rings that we did in 2024? 2024 was very, very interesting. I am going to tell you that we kind of had a shift in this year because there were two things that changed a little bit. Change number one, we went into more thicker bands, and I did make one of my other videos on thicker bands, whether I recommend it or not. If you haven't watched it yet, watch it. I'm going to link it here and below in the description. Thicker bands are in, so a lot of the clients went into that route, and the engagement rings we made were no longer with super thin bands. That's change number one. Change number two, we have seen a drastic increase in bigger stones. So I think you know that a lot of it has to do with lab-grown diamond industry being in. And now that the lab-grown diamonds are in, people can afford a bigger stone as opposed to smaller diamonds. So we've seen a bigger jump in the sense of ladies and men that come in want bigger stones. So before it was like, okay, well, show me half a carat, show me 1 carat, show me 1.5. You'd get on a more rare side clients that came to and said, I want to see 2 carat, 3 carat, and 4 carat and decide, of course, because it was pricey. And so it was not a thing. Now that the lab grown are in, a lot of people are coming up and saying, okay, Rita, I don't want to see natural stones. I want to see lab grown, but I want to see them in bigger size, 2, 3, or 4 carats. And that makes sense because in 2024 is when we kind of got flooded with lab grown diamonds. So that is totally explainable, but a little bit different for us because we're not used to having so many rings with larger stones. Now, I think that the thicker band movement went kind of hand in hand with the lab-grown diamonds. As clientele wanted to get bigger stones, it made more proportional sense to go with the thicker bands, and so thicker bands started appearing more on the market. So it kind of goes hand in hand for me. So 2024 brought two different things. One, the flood of lab-grown diamonds, and two, the concentration of thicker bands as opposed to thin bands, which was a really big thing just last year. Now, I want to showcase some of the most popular engagement rings of this year to kind of say goodbye to this year. And I wanted to thank you all for being part of this channel, for being part of my social media, for being part of our business. I want to thank each and every one of you for contributing with your comments, for contributing to my business, for buying from me, for trusting me, for sending me your questions that I absolutely love answering. I love you all, and I'm very, very grateful for each and every one of you that have contributed to us, to our business in Canada Magnons, and to our business here in Miami Jewels. Thank you guys, really, from my heart to you. Now, I just want to show you some of the most beautiful engagement rings that we did this year, and hopefully just to get you a little bit inspired if you're out there looking for an engagement ring, or just to showcase one of your engagement rings, because it might be right here and right now. I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you enjoy these beautiful rings that we made in 2024.